All right, cool. I think we are live. What's up? We're going to let people get in here and I'm going to bring up the comment section. What's up, everybody? Justin Tuminowski here with Deal Sauce. Very special guest, Nathan Cahill, is with me
What's up,
from
guys?
Prop
How are you
AI.
doing?
Nathan, tell everybody who you are, where you're from. What's the
Yeah, hey,
deal?
what's up, guys? So Nathan Cahill, Prop AI founder. Yeah, here I'm sitting here in Phoenix in Gilbert, if you're familiar with the area, and just excited to come on the show with Justin here and talk about real estate and how to do real estate in 2025.
Yes, 2025 and beyond. And pretty exciting. Guys, we've been trying to get this collaboration together for a while, but I think really Prop AI had come out. They did their thing. We weren't ready. Deal Sauce was not ready, but we've been working on the back end. And now it's, we gave it 6 months and we're going to be collaborating a lot more now. And you're going to see a lot more coming from the two of us and these respected brands, because listen, at the end of the day, it's the ecosystem. So if you guys don't know, again, Justin Tuminowski, Nathan Cahill here, and we're in the Subto Owners Club, Top Tier TC, Gator. We're in that whole ecosystem, right? We're embedded in there, and these products are also embedded in there. And that's the number one thing that Pace Morby wants to do, is just like let's bring our own brands together, and they all collaborate, and then no one can tell us what to do. We're going to set the standard. We're going to set the tone for us, by us, and I think that's the best course of action.
I'm glad to be here, Justin, because with Prop AI, you kind of have to have a deal sauce in order to get leads and get your pipeline built. So whenever I do demos, I'm always demoing deal sauce too, because you guys are my favorite lead provider. And I'm excited to kind of show that today with you and kind of learn from the master over here. Yeah, I'm excited to talk to you about markets and what your thoughts are around that stuff, because you have some really cool insights there.
For sure. And I think so today I want to do something because, again, yeah, I know your product, and I got to see your product actually for the first time back in April of 2024. And that's when we first met, I think, over a Zoom. But since then,
You were actually the first to see it, bro.
I was one of the first to see it. I'm actually very grateful and thankful for that. But I actually then come to find out, like, then I ended up having to take a step back, and for good purposes. I put another friend in there and try to work it in our business. But now it's like, all right, I'm learning too with a lot of folks. And that's the coolest part of this. It's, I don't already know it. So I'm green and I want to be green. And so there's going to be some rookie questions that I'm going to ask you. There's going to be some rookie things that I'm going to be doing. But yes, of course I can get the leads. I'll get the lists. So we'll do all the cool stuff. We'll bring the lists in, but I'm going to rely on you, of course, the master, to, teach us how to do it. And some of the stuff, guys, listen, you're going to come back. If you're watching this now or watching this in the future, use this as a reference and recall it, right? Come back. And we're going to Nathan will share his screen, I'm sure, at one point, and then other future calls. And then just watch what he's doing. There's your support system. There's your support team. And there's your, you don't have to be an ask hole to either one of us when you guys can just go and get the resources yourself. So
ask hole.
That's a paceism.
That's a paceism. I haven't heard that one yet. That's funny.
So,
I like it.
All right, bro. Well, I think, what do you like to do? Actually, before I do this, I'm going to ask you, direct to agent, right? That's really the bread and butter that you're digging.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially for these sort of live situations, I love direct to agent. I love it for beginners, a few reasons. The leads are cheap, so you don't have to make a huge investment to do direct to agent leads. And I mean, man, you can grow an empire if you get good at building agent leads and just knowing agents and then turning their connections into deals. It's an incredible way to do real estate, but it's a really nice way to start out too, because like I said, the leads are essentially free. I mean, you can go on Deal Sauce right now, get a 7-day free trial, 14-day free trial.
14, yeah.
And you can get more agent leads in that 14 days than you can really shake a fist at. Especially when then you combine it with AI calling. Agents, they posted those properties on the MLS. They're a business, so it really makes it cut and dry, easy peasy in terms of leads and AI calling. And you get in, you click a button, you call everybody, and then you find out who is answering the phone right now, who's ready to talk and what properties are kind of in the right situation. And even if the listing isn't necessarily perfect or whatever, you can then pivot to so many things when you're on the phone with the agent. So it really just makes like a great use case to show to like magnify and amplify your personal time. I get a lot of people, that use my product that have not a lot of time, and maybe they are doing something else as their full-time gig, and they want to do real estate on the side, and they're looking for ways to amplify their time investment. And so this is a great use case for that. And it usually showcases something cool. I mean, are we going to do some live calls or are we going to skip that part this time, Justin?
If we get to it, we can. I know we did. We spoke with Karen. Karen was actually a good agent last time, but yeah, 100%. If that's what we want to do, I say right now, we should pull the list, show that exactly it's free, right? So you can go from free deal sauce, free 14-day trial. Then, all right, I don't have any money. I have a cell phone, but I even combat people having a cell phone to go like that excuse. They can go, well, I didn't pay my bill this month. I have no money. I go, all right, do you have an internet connection at the library? Can you go get a Google Voice number for free? And then you can actually do it from there. So like, I'm trying to combat that free, right? So then you pull the list, get Prop AI, you get like what, 1,500 calls. I think you're giving people.
Yeah. 14-day, 1,500 calls. So really, with the combination of our 2 free trials, you could actually get something going in real estate. Yeah, and a little bit of time, you could really,
and then
really do
maybe
it.
Just watch a couple of videos before you hit this. You don't want to spend all your 1,500 freebies, and it's like watch a couple of Nathan's videos. Go back in the archives, go look at some stuff, some content, learn how to get the scripts right. Doctor the scripts, or make sure you use the right scripts, and you're off to the races. And I just want to show folks, exactly from start to finish in that in-between period. And then if we get on a call, we get on a call. But I also know we're going to be collaborating together on Monday. So everyone, August 25th, it's, what is it, 3 to 5 p.m. West Coast, 3 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're giving us the opportunity to go longer if we do. But I think for 2 hours at least, Nathan and I are going to go live. And
dude, that's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be dope. And we're going to do a bunch of different lists. We're going to show you guys how to get on the phone. We're going to qualify leads. You're going to get appointment setting essentially. And then Nathan, myself, maybe we'll bring us some of the audience members up, some other homies, and we'll jump on the calls. And then whether you see something come to fruition as a full legitimate lead, or maybe subsequently we do a day 2. And then we'd start like closing deals and talking to sellers and agents. And I think that would be pretty fascinating too. So we're just going with the flow.
Justin, I have a question for you. Okay. Kind of unrelated, but just out of curiosity, because I know personally a few people who you helped them get their first deal. We're talking about helping other people get their first deal. It seems like you kind of do that a lot, but what was your first real estate deal?
Oh, bro. Ooh, that's a good question. So it's not going to, I talked about it actually last night with a friend of mine, Ingrid Hernandez, on her podcast, but really it was 11 or 12 years ago, about 11 years ago, I did my first fix and flip. But bro, I wasn't doing any of this because I didn't even know it existed. And now I'm not one, I've grown a lot as a human, I would say, but I never was getting on the phone. I would never door knock. Like I was a passive, like, let me just do my stuff in the back end on the outskirts, not really having to call people. And I didn't know what you didn't know. I didn't know wholesaling existed 11 years ago. So I was finding stuff. I bought my first deal online auction, the next town over from me. I went and checked out the house, but I bought it on, it's still around. It's called Hubzu. It was a nightmare of a purchase. Everything went through India. So like every email was 24 hours, like just a response time. And
horrible, dude.
Long story short, it was a fix and flip, but I got my cracks on pre-foreclosures, and I was buying stuff at the auction. I'd buy stuff on the front lawn of houses, whether they were home, the tenant was home, whether it was vacant. I got some weird stories on that, but I'd go to an auction. You don't know if you're going to win. My personal residence came from a pre-foreclosure auction, bankruptcy. And so that was where I cut my teeth, and it's cool to see. But then, that's lead generation, Nathan. It's, you start there, but then you evolve into, how do I get better? What fishing lures can I go buy? And I use fishing as my analogy because I do like fishing, but I actually don't like fishing I like fishing. I don't like catching, like cutting it up, cooking it.
Cleaning the fish. Yeah,
I don't.
that's bad.
No, thanks. I'm cool. Let me get the fish, throw it on the table, and back out the door in the boat. Same with lead generation. And then I'm also looking at like, all right, what lure? What do the fish like? What do these species like for shininess? Do they like this speckle? Do they like this scent? And it's same for lead generation. That's why Pace and I have collaborated in Jamil Damji inside of Deal Sauce, is because they're like, all right, cool. You love that lead generation. Let's go get people leads. And I think you know this very much so, being in this ecosystem as well, where we don't care, just we need people to get leads, which leads equal deals, and deals equal success. And we care about success.
100%, man. And no, I like the fishing analogy. My least favorite thing about fishing is putting bait and tackle on a line. I have kids, and I take my kids fishing every once in a while, and that's all I do the whole time, because their job is to go get it tangled up and snap it and then come back.
Yeah.
You know, get their worm nibbled off by minnows, and Dad, I need more bait. You know, it's my whole job.
You are definitely the dad, just dadding it that day.
You know, the thing, my fishing analogy with real estate is back to agent leads and versus seller, is because I make a fishing analogy. That's what brings it up in my head. Is I think agent leads give you more nibbles. They give you more opportunities. They give you more action and maybe a smaller fish when you catch it. The seller takes more patience, but you're looking for that bigger catch. A lot of people don't have the patience. I'll be honest with you. But if you do, there's some really good deals out there.
Absolutely.
In the world.
So let's do it. You know, I forget what market we were in Indianapolis, I think, last time. So I'm sharing my screen here, and I want to show folks, Nathan, how we had a simple success. And I've been talking about it ever since we did that collaboration. I think we were live last Tuesday.
Yeah.
And bro, we pulled the list. So in Deal Sauce, you know, I think we're going to do something, and this is Nathan's hot sauce. We're going to be coming out with something like every month. We want to give you guys, and again, this is the personal touch. We care about success. It's not just like some corporate company that's just, we care about subscriptions. No, we want you guys doing deals. So what Nathan was like, hey man, we should put a filter out there for like the best 5 markets in the country this month, whatever month it is. And this is the first rendition of it. We did 6 markets, but really it's medium-sized markets. Very simple to do this, guys. It's research, but it's mid-sized markets. So we're not talking, you know, the Atlantas, we're not talking Dallas, we're not talking big metros. We're going, how do we make money in the 250? And I won't even go smaller, but 250 to under 500,000 people. That's a lot of people. And I'm not even in markets like that necessarily, and I do very well. So we can go even smaller and niche it down. But to get qualified leads and to know where our markets are, where we can see some days on market of 13 in New Hampshire, 12 days in Buffalo, New York, Indianapolis, which we called days on market 16 as an average. We talk about year-over-year growth. So all this stuff in here is inside of Deal Sauce, and it's going to continue to be in Deal Sauce for the foreseeable future, where we're just trying to give you guys the tools just to gravitate towards like a market that's trending well. So with that said, Nathan, we can just use one of those if you want.
Yeah, dude, just grab one of those.
Anyone
really.
Yeah. You know, I think we called, let's go with,
you know what I like about these smaller size markets? The agents haven't gotten as many offers as like a Phoenix. Everyone that you've talked to, if you do like long days on market in Phoenix, they're like, yeah, I've gotten 40, you know, offers from people. They're all lowballing me. They're 100 grand under asking price, whatever. And, you know, agents are usually in a good mood when you call them and talk to them. They're usually pretty friendly. But the more they've seen those offers, you know, and it's unrealistic ones, the kind of less friendly they can be. So it's fun to talk to these markets where they haven't been as attacked.
Yeah. And bro, I did some research the other day, and I'm not going to try to just nerd this thing up either, but I was looking at how many agents who do creative finance, how many agents are actually in the country right now actually with an active license doing things. So I'll just give a quick stat out there. It was 3 million active licenses in the residential sector. So there's 3 million folks with licenses. About 2 million of those are actually doing deals. All right. And then I asked, what's an average agent doing? How many deals they're doing? They said 5 is the average a year, which is more than I expected. And then I asked how many know creative finance or do creative finance. And I think it said something like out of 2 million, there were 80,000.
Yeah, not a lot.
That's not a lot. I don't know the percentage, but it's not a lot.
It's a small number.
A small number. So there's still a blue ocean of where we can be a value provider or educating. It's not maybe that deal, but it could be the next deal where they're stuck, or the one tomorrow they get a phone call and you can be that. I just talked to this guy, and yeah, he does creative finance. Let me give him a call. And this is how that business works. And it's actually long-term. First time joining live. Not sure if I mentioned what's the cost for Deal Sauce. Well, it's free for 2 weeks. So saucemydeals.com. And
what a URL. What a URL. Sauce My Deals.
Saucemydeals.com. And then guys, I'm going to put the links in here, but I'm just going to tell you while we're at it. And then I'm going to go back into our page. But Nathan and I are going to be collaborating on Monday, 3 to 5 West Coast time, excuse me. And we're going to be doing like 2+ hours. We're just going to be mixing it up. We're going to freaking have some fun. But saucemydeals.com/prop is where you sign up. And I want you guys to also go to Prop AI. I want you to get Deal Sauce for free. Go get Prop AI for free. 0 excuses that you can't get deals done. And if we can do that, we're doing our part. Your part is to show up, educate, learn, take action, and you guys will do deals. And that's the gift that Nathan's giving.
You know what we should do is we should keep that link live and keep putting our next event on there, so that when people are watching this YouTube in the future, they can go to that link and see what's next for us, even if it's past that date. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Yeah, it's unique. Is that what it says? I'm sorry, my dub. I love that. What up, Katie Tuminowski? Shout out to my wife joining. All right. So Nathan, let's go through it.
All right.
And all right. So guys, we pulled up Indianapolis. So we looked up, what's a good mid-sized market right now. Indianapolis is showing really strong results. We went into Deal Sauce. So saucemydeals.com, get you 2 free weeks. You come in, you're going to have the basic subscription you get. You're going to get residential, commercial. We're in the residential. So we're in the leads. We typed in Indianapolis, and then we're going to go to filters. Nathan, we're going to I think we had this debate last time. Condos, townhomes, we want to get rid of them?
I usually forget to think about that, to be honest. I mean, normally I always get single family, so you could just take them off, I guess, and make sure it happens.
Question, because you have your AI calling has a representative, and her name is Jen, Gen. That's right.
That's right. That's what we call it.
So Jen, would she be able to spit game on it? Let's say someone said, hey, do you know what the HOA prices are? If an agent said something to Jen, what's the dynamic on that? Is that something we should worry about? Is that something that we don't need to worry about?
Like if the agent asks her a question?
Yeah, like, hey, are you aware that this townhome has a $500 a month HOA? Maybe. Yeah.
I think she would just be like, okay, noted. Next question. What I mean? She kind of just, we keep our calls like this is something you'll notice if you do test out the platform. The AI call is brief, and people like that. Our biggest goal is to weed out the people you don't need to talk to, and then not make anybody mad that you do want to talk to. You know what I mean? It's that sweet spot where we do enough pre-qualification to get rid of the noise, but not too much where we're kind of like, you know what I mean? You don't want to keep the best leads on the phone for too long. You let the AI hand it off to you so you can do kind of your relationship building and sweet and secret sauce.
I love it. All right. Cool. Yeah,
let me plug in my laptop, guys.
Do your thing. So, all right.
Notification about my laptop asleep. So
everyone watching, I'm just going to show you what we're doing. If you're brand new to this, we are in Deal Sauce. Again, the link is up. I want you guys to show up on Monday. Please, please, please take advantage of Nathan's generosity. I am actually going to be there as a student as well. So when you come on saucemydeals.com, you can get your free two free week trial. You go over to saucemydeals.com, sign up on /prop, sign up, get prop AI. You come to our hangout and we're going to do some cool stuff. But for now, we're going to look and say, all right, we want single families and multifamilies. I'm going small multifamily. We're in the residential sector. Nathan, that's okay if we do that, right?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Works.
Cool. Now, everyone, you can go bedrooms. If you're doing co-living, if we're looking for certain asset classes and certain types, you can filter all those things here, get your bedroom counts. We can do ownership. I'm going to go individual owners. I know Nathan probably doesn't do any of that, doesn't care, but
that's cool.
I'm going to play with it a little bit here. And then look at the coolest part of this is we can go into an interest rates and we can say, well, again, are we looking for free and clear? Opportunities might be free and clear. They might have debt on them. So, you guys can pull all of those lists and you can niche it down as much as you want. However, if we're going to talk about creative finance, if you really care and you want to go get a good Subto deal under 5 or 6%, I'm going to type in 5.5% as my threshold of a max mortgage. If it has one that we know about, it's going to be about 5.5%. I'm going to give some room for buffer. It could be 4.9, but it's showing 5. Cool. We're going to hit that. And
question for you, Justin. Sure. I don't know if you know the answer off the top of your head, but will that filter out all properties that are owned free and clear?
It's not. No, we're not excluding those, but you know what? We are searching for it. It's going to filter out. Let's go take a look. For some reason, I'm not acting like I know that answer, but I know we can see free and clear here. High equity, low equity, active listing. I didn't exclude it. That's the thing.
I just wondered about that, but
here's the thing. I've never actually, because what you would do if you wanted to exclude something or include something, we would do something here. Like just give me, all right, there's one free and clear.
Oh, okay. So that's all not right. Okay, cool.
So, well, there's not one. I bet you
I'm learning about your platform here. You guys have so much in there to explore. It's like a new onion layer.
Yeah. The thing is, I always tell everybody, there we go. So we are eliminating when we hit that mortgage, because we're searching just for mortgages at 5.5% or less. I was wondering, but what we could do? We could include this.
Dude, what if we just pulled a free and clear list? I've never actually seen that setting before. It'd be kind of fun to do that.
We could do it. Sure, for sure. Let's do it.
I've done the mortgage rate one before. I always like to try stuff new. That's just the way I am built.
I love it. No, and you should be doing it. So here, let me do here. I'm breaking things. So
I know I'm always getting you to try stuff and then break your flow. So
it might be my computer too, like just being slow and dragging. Let's take a look here.
I hate when I'm screen sharing, it always drags my my performance down a little bit on there. But dude, what other filters do you think people should know about that exist and nobody notices it?
Oh, bro, I went through something last night. I came up with something. I can't believe I didn't even think of it. I was talking with Victoria Maroc in our Subto support side. She's like an OG in the office, and she's trying to help bird dogs, and they're doing this big challenge. And I've been helping Saravi a little bit, who's one of Pace's right-hand women. All Rockstar individuals, they call, I pick up, I will do whatever they ask. So 100%. They were, and I love that you know that too. It's so good. And
Saravi calls you, bro. You answer that call.
You answer that, and she's not asking for hey, what'd you have for lunch today? It's all business. We have 100%. Business to handle. And we were talking last night is how to find wholesalers. And for the longest time, I don't even know if I want to talk about it, but one of the cool features, and I'm going off topic a little bit, but bro, we have this thing right here. It's under owner name. And bro, I was like, why don't we just type in, I'm not gonna do it here, but just type in buyer or buyers or home. So it's LLCs that are Orlando Home Buyers, AZ Home Buyers, or Home Acquisitions. Those are all wholesalers.
Dude.
So I'm like, I just figured out, why didn't I think of that? We do that for RV parks and mobile home parks, where you just, sometimes the zoning and how people label things inside of deal sauce, not even deal sauce, the county, they'll incorrectly label something as vacant land or general.
Dude, That's
where,
interesting. I never saw this before.
yeah, so you can go in here and just type in like, I'm not going to do it now because we might not get anything. Such a
Can you do
niche.
but, like, what about years of ownership?
I love it. So
That's
yeah,
an
going back to what you originally asked, I love a good senior owner. So when on Monday, I'm going to ask you most likely is like, can we go do like a multifamily, small multifamily in some markets where we're going to go like 10 years minimum of ownership?
See, I like this. Here's why I like this, because it gives you an angle. I like to have an angle. I don't think it's actually important necessarily. Like, one list is better than the rest, but I think that any list that you build, if it has an angle to it, what I mean by that is, like, when you get on the phone, okay, these guys have owned the property for a long time. They're not going to be like 32-year-old people with 3 kids that need to sell their property and get that money rolled into their next thing. And like, those guys are probably not, gonna want to turn their first home into a little bit of an investment and be creative or whatever. But you get someone that's owned a home for 20 years or whatever, you're gonna have more options, and you can kind of hit that angle on the follow-up calls. It gives you something to talk about. It gives you like an opener or like a place to ground you when you're doing the follow-up calls.
You're absolutely so correct on that. And Rowdy Tomcat is saying, hey, do either y'all operate in Nashville, Clarksville, Knoxville area, Nashville, Knoxville, Clarksville, Tennessee? I definitely have done deals there. Do I buy there right now? No, unless it was a good opportunity. But I would say Rowdy Tomcat, we definitely have community members and friends and collaborators that we know who are there. So what do you got? What do you need? And we can probably help you out. So
think Rowdy has a deal for us to buy? Is that what he's trying to sell us a deal?
I would be cool if you had a micro family, a little multifamily or I don't know, motel, something fun. And all right, let's get back to it now.
That's a good number. That's
235.
That'll get us some leads for sure.
Okay, so that's a good question, Nathan. What is a good statistic that you'll see? Do we care about days on market?
I think we could probably bump it a little bit. I like the list to be about 100, 150, 200 is like, it's good too, but like that will generate a lot of leads. And you know what I mean? I like to follow up with all my leads and stuff. So it's a lot of, it's a lot of work to generate. If you run 1,000 agents, 2,000, 3,000 agents, I mean, you better have a team of people helping you. What I really like to do is do a little chunk, a little niche list, hit it, call everybody back in one sitting, 30 minutes or something like that, and close the book. You know what I mean? Keep the contacts in my CRM, set them on automation or something like that to remind me to text them in the future. Or if there's a deal there, obviously move that to the next stage, get my closers involved, whatever, or my buyers, and go from there. Right. So I would say we could probably do like 60 days on market and see if that goes down from 200 down to 100.
Cool. Let's do it. And we're doing everything here, guys. We own single family, active listings, individually owned. So I'm niching it down. I'm looking to get to, I could even do something where we did out of state 10 years. Now you're talking like landlords.
That intrigues me.
Yeah. But we'll do 10 years right now because it's getting narrower. And I think out of state might give us like a handful of people. We'll go in 10 years of ownership. And then we're going to see if it's set on the market. For days on market, we'll say 30 days plus. 60,
try that.
30 days, 60 days. So we have a question. I have deal sauce. How can I find people that need money for fix and flip? That is a really good one. I can show you that shortly. So stick around, Alex. And then we go with, does Prop AI have its own small CRM? And I think I can answer that. I'm going to say yes. Nathan, please answer.
Yeah, we have a CRM. And talk to us about it. We haven't started marketing it and pushing it yet. But if you reach out at info.prop.ai, info@prop.ai, I'm sorry, is the email address to reach out to us and ask about the CRM, and we'll probably get you set up.
Is this right there?
Info@prop. That's perfect. Thank you.
All right. Use that if you got questions for Nathan and Prop AI.
Mm-hmm.
But Black Unicorn Investor, the answer is yes. And also Deal Sauce, you have a bit of a CRM in there. I bet you Nathan has more of a comprehensive follow-up sequence type of CRM, but you're going to be covered on either one to do your tracking to get your first 10, 15, 20 deals. I always say, like, just use what people have. If you're already paying for something, getting something, use it. And then you graduate, do more deals, you buy more tools. So Nathan, we have 121.
Perfect. Now, you want me to know the trick that I do, Justin?
What's that?
If you go back to filters,
yep.
This is a shortcut on your platform. The download button right there.
Oh, yes.
It's so nice. I don't know if it kind of messes it with you because it doesn't stick it into your leads or whatever.
But
that's so my shortcut.
Grateful for you, because I do an extra step, and that is your job. Your job is, I think, always like path of least resistance and how to connect.
Well, this is why I don't know enough about your platform, because I go through it really fast. I mean, when I'm in and out, I click and click, click, click. I scroll through the filters, and I just kind of scattershot whatever, and then I hit download, and I move on.
And it's all right there. And I knew this was here too. And that's the funny part. Like, you just gave me a little slap in the face. You're like, hey, dude, and I love this. Thank you. And
well, I didn't mean it's like, tell me, there's a reason why you want to add it to your leads, right? Because then it sets you up for other stuff in the platform and deal sauce for later, right?
Yeah, you can send it to your portfolio. Mm-hmm. But again, if we don't care, and we're going to just use this as a lead generation machine, right? And we're going to go over to you, and then you go to your platform to go do the outbound calling. And then from there, it's going to be qualified or not. You can actually then process it in there. And then if you end up having something to underwrite, or you really have something that you need to go comp and look at, you then come back, type in the address, because it's one-off. You're going to do one at a time. And then you bring it in here and add it the organic way, which would be just like this. It comes in here, and then you're going to go send to portfolio, which then now is in the back end of deal sauce, where you can do your underwriting, your comping, and all the cool stuff.
All right.
You save it there. But you're absolutely right. Streamline process, get the data from us, get it out to you. And then the cool part I just want to make sure everyone understands too is this filter right now, whatever filters you're using, if you're bird dogging, if you're using Prop AI, if you're like, hey, I'm going to do Justin's market, I'm going to do Nathan's market, I'm going to do Ingrid Hernandez's market, I don't care who it is, and you're a bird dog, or you're whatever strategy you're using, save these filters and then just label them. So you don't have to do all the, regurgitate and type in all the information. And then you just come in. And then also, if there's deals that come through, again, new listings that maybe are 29 days right now, and tomorrow it goes to 30 days on market, you're going to be notified about that via email, and it's going to alert you. So again, little extra information there. So Nathan, we just did 114 properties.
Beautiful.
And
you downloaded it. Fire it off in an email to me if you can, and I'll start make sure I can share my screen here. I'm
going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to get ready for you. And all right, everyone. So again, Monday, I'm going to give you guys another link. Please show up. Nathan and I collaborating, hanging out Monday, 3 to 5 West Coast time, 3 to 5 p.m. Register at saucemydeals.com/prop and come hang out with us. Nathan, I'm going to get you 2 minutes ago. We were done. Let's see if I can get this download.
So Justin, what was oh wait, actually I remember the story I was going to tell, because you said you bought your home through one of the processes you use for investing, right? You bought like a foreclosure or something like that.
Yep.
I actually had one of my users buy their house using Prop AI, which is really fun. So cool story. And actually, it's Ashley Perez. She does a Monday and a Friday Zoom every week on our calendar. Guys, our calendar is info.prop.ai. That's probably why I said that email address earlier wrong. That is the site that you can get our calendar and see what's going on in the prop universe. But Ashley does a Monday and a Friday on there. And she bought her house in Florida using Prop AI. She did a whole process. She did direct to seller, found something off market. And I think she might've done creative financing, the whole thing. And so now she lives there. It's a beautiful house. And she thinks happy thoughts about the platform every time she wakes up, I think.
I didn't know that. I actually didn't know that she bought her own personal house that way. That's pretty awesome. That is really cool. So Nathan, you're going to get this right now. You're going to get a list sent to you. It's a CSV file. So everyone that typically, depending on what your web browser is and what your operating system is, usually for me, it comes in CSV. Some folks will get larger files. It will come in as a zip file. Just keep that in mind. You will just have to break that down and unzip it and all the cool things from there. But yeah, what we did here, and I know, are you ready to share?
Yeah, I am. I'm just waiting for your list to come through.
Sure thing. And I'm going to just show everybody again. When you pull your list, everybody, here. You can download your list and check it out. It comes into the processing file. It comes into here, the CSV lead exports. It's just at the top. And then we are also saving your lists for the future, or go back for reference, or if you want to go run it again, for some reason you lost the list, it's there. And when you skip trace, check your bell notifications because they'll be notified in there. And very basic, very straightforward. And that's it. We're going to go hit on market. Just for everyone to reiterate, we're going active listing, individually owned, single families. So we're niching this down, 10 years of ownership or as a minimum, and then 30 days on market. And Indy is showing that their average, just a little bit of extra information just to tell everybody, Indy's average days on market are 16. So we are doubling what is the average. So there is something genuinely wrong. And maybe this is where motivation starts to set in, because the expectations right now in that market are still like, oh, why don't we have an offer? Why don't we have a deal? So use that to keep your competitive advantages, what my opinion is.
Cool. All right. And I'm ready now. So do you see my screen?
I don't, not yet.
Sharing.
What up, Nick? Is that Nick D in Massachusetts? Is that the homie in Massachusetts? I'm not sure. All right. And again,
you guys don't see this yet?
I don't. You know what to do? If you go, oh, right here, add to stage. Boom. I had to do that. That's my bad.
Cool. All right. So here's the platform, guys. Justin, I'm so tempted to make you do this just to show how easy it is. But I didn't want to do that to you this morning. I don't know how much.
Monday I might.
I don't know if you're properly caffeinated, to be able to want to do something like that on the fly. But here's the home page for the app. You get this little cute robot here, and it shows you, like, if you have your CRM connected, I'll kind of make sure that it's actually working there. And what did we say? Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm. We are 10 individually owned. I'll get whatever you want to use for reference, but it's individually owned, single family, 10-year minimally owned, 30 days plus on market. 10-year owned, single family, individual on market, 30 days plus. And right. Nick D, hey, dude, if you see Pace Morby, tell him Nathan Cahill, Justin Tuminowski said, F
Hello.
you. I'm joking. Tell him we said, what's up?
Oh man, that's
he would laugh and say, I know that Tuminowski and Nathan would not do that.
No, I know, right? That would be funny, but let's see. Did I did download this? Oh, come on. I got a new computer, guys, so I'm trying to think this is the problem here.
Hey, Nick. Hey, Shell's on here. So Shelly, Nick D said he hit an email, a multifamily deal in New England, but IG seems to like a trash can. So yeah, I'm also traveling too. So yeah, Shelly's in here. She is my right hand. She'll be able to find that. She'll go on Instagram, and she can also go through my email and take a look. But Nick, appreciate you so much. And Chris Geddes, I'm going to try to get him on probably Monday with Nathan and I. And Chris has his team of closers too. So we might want to bring them in as well and do some closing and all the cool stuff. So appreciate you also trying to be a value provider to all of us, man. Love that. Come Nathan. On. All right. So you're taking right now, you're uploading a lead list. So I sent you a list.
You sent me this, right? And then
it's about 200.
There it is. All right.
So everyone, we are going to end up streamlining this process, just so you know, where we're going to have, hopefully you don't have to export something. Now we're obviously two different people in two different states, two different time zones right now, but it'd be really nice to pull the list from Deal Sauce. It goes streamlines and gives a little handshake right over to Prop AI, where you won't have to go through a lot of this. But
my goal, dude, and this has to happen. I'm going to say it out loud just to sort of manifest it. Is I just want you to set a list, and every time some new property pops up on that list, it just automatically sends the AI phone call that generates the lead, and then all you get as the user is the notification, hey, you have a new lead, call them back, do your thing, you know.
So Nathan, what you're saying to me is
people
like what we just talked about when you save your list inside of Deal Sauce and do a deal alert, or it's a pre-foreclosure, or it's tired landlord, zombie property, whatever it is. Yeah, automatically it's so you could be sleeping. You slept in this morning and the deal alert triggers. Prop AI already takes the automation, calls that agent for you or seller, and
Right.
you can wake up at like noon, scratch your behind, yawn, get a sip of coffee, and then look at your thing, and it could be a lead in there.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And you don't even have to open either of our platforms. It just does the work for you. And you know, that would
Incredible.
be so useful to people. I know everybody wants that. So we have to deliver that for people. So
That's incredible.
this is easy stuff, guys. I selected direct to agent 3.0. There's other scripts in there, a lot of them for direct to seller, but there's like an RV park, there's a multifamily script, and different options for you. So you can play around with that. But direct to agent 3.0 is the way to go for agent leads. You hit a couple more buttons and we're going to call every single person on this list right here. So yeah.
All right. So the script that you chose is what?
So it's a very, very basic, simple script. It just what it does is it asks a few qualifying questions. You know, it makes sure that they got the right lead, the agents, you know, who they thought, you know, who we thought they were, property's still on market, is it occupied or not, is there something to do with the condition going on, you know, and then he just gives a little tiny probe about like, would you be open to creative financing? Because a lot of my users, they're really in the creative financing Subto Gator universe. And so it asks them about creative financing. And then it just asks, you know, okay, great. When's a good time for us to call you back? And we're doing that conversation right now with 109 agents. We'll probably see, you know, a quarter of those pick up the phone. And then 4 or 5 of them actually go through the whole script because they're like available and it's a good time and they're ready to talk to, or something's going on with that listing and they're really motivated and they you know, are just grateful to get someone to call them about it. So that's the thing that's happening right now. We should see the data start to come back from these finished completed calls, and then as time goes on, we'll get these leads because the longest phone calls come back last. Just
Of
as
course.
you know, of course.
True. So, and then, you know, if people don't answer, does your system tell people if it doesn't answer? So if that agent didn't call or didn't answer, pick up, we can put them on a recycle.
Yeah, well, it's easy to recycle. What you do is
Here,
you just click this button here, and like, you know, it could be later today, tomorrow morning, whenever you want, you can just quickly call them right back. So it will filter out the people who don't pick up the phone, or that did pick up the phone rather last time. So it'll only call if you do a recycle, like you call it. I like that way of saying it. It will only call the people that you didn't already get a hold of course.
Cool.
You had the conversation already last time. So
I get a lot of like if someone was to talk about scripts, and you can interrupt me at any time, but you know, some of the things I want to get my questions out of the way. I'm being selfish
yeah.
when I have you. So it's, you know, scripting. People are like, hey, you know, what do I do? Can I make it? I saw you say you gave it a prompt the other day. It was like, be polite and gracious is something you said.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know, you can give it. I almost want to zoom in your screen if that's what you're doing right now. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah. Is it hard to see for you guys?
For me, it might be, but yeah, that's probably perfect. And I'll do this. I'll get rid of us. No one wants to look at us. We'll go a little bit larger here. So you're telling it right now what?
I'm just showing you the kind of thing you can pop in here. So there's this kind of advanced section here, and you can put in advice. If you listen to the test call and you don't like something about it, make a tweak or two here. And you know, I don't know, if they don't want to talk, just get off the phone. You know, something like, yeah, whatever. A lot of this stuff is already in our prompts. I mean, you actually don't have to put anything here. But some users are kind of like, you know, they want to put their own flavor on it. And so we give them that kind of mechanism for doing it.
That's incredible. What about, so, all right, now you're making, right now I can see we have 198 prospects. So, and everyone keep in mind, Nathan did not pay for skip tracing. No one paid for skip tracing. All the information was from Deal Sauce. It's all agent information. We're calling on market agents. And, you know, a little side note, I am trying to get free skip tracing inside of Deal Sauce. It is coming. It just, help is on the way. But look at this, callback requests 12, answered calls 40, total calls 174, 198. So this is freaking crazy. You and I were just mixing it up. I was asking some questions. We were just, you know, doing some things. It was 8 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, and 40 calls were answered. It made 174 calls. Now, what would a virtual assistant that you would hire to cold call, that would be like hours.
It would take hours, and you wouldn't get the notes back. You wouldn't, they might not hit your tone. They probably have an accent. They might have got sick that day and then they made 0 calls, you know?
Yeah.
So
crazy.
There's some cool stuff about this. Now I will mention, this is I was looking at a previous campaign. So this is the one that we ran from the other day, Justin, actually, the 5 cities, remember?
Oh yeah, that's right.
We called all 5 of those markets that day. That was a cool one. And then I think the one that we liked was it Karen?
It was Karen. It was one of the, so let's go through the notes and show people what notes look like.
Yeah. So here's a lead, and this is the one that we called. And, you know, we called her, even though I think in these notes you could see, well, no, these guys moved to a new home. They fixed it up and they're ready to put it on market. So we already knew they fixed it. So that's like one of the pillars that, you know, might not be there with this deal. She actually did give us a price for it. And
which
I think
was
that was
cheaper than the listing price.
Yeah, than the asking price. And, you know, she didn't really bite on the creative financing question. So I'll just read this one out loud. Okay, I'll pass along to our team. We'll send along 2 offers, one for cash and the other for a creative deal. So if we take care of all the closing costs and commission, get a higher price, do you think your seller would be opposed to a creative offer? And she goes, oh, it depends on what it is. Well, that's better than, yeah, they would be opposed to it. Don't offer. So, but it's also, you know, if I remember correctly, she didn't really know about that. And she said, no, none of my clients are open to that. But then I asked her, I said on the call, I said, well, okay, this one might not be the right fit. Do you have anything else that fits these parameters? And I kind of gave her the fix and flip buy box. And she was like, actually I do. And we started talking about this other seller. And then that seller would have been a great candidate for, you know, creative financing and stuff like that. I need to call her. Actually, I need to call her back and follow up.
Nathan, I got to interrupt you, bro. I think she might be still on here. So Nadine is a homie of mine. She's a friend. She's actually and she's over on Instagram. She's an agent who we've done a deal together. She, you know, assisted with a deal that we had. I don't know. It was a PPC lead, and it wasn't that great, but it was a wholesale, and she helped with some buyers and do some things. But Nadine, I did not know this. She has 3 virtual assistants, and this is like brand new. And I think this is stemming from a conversation I had with you guys the other day. It was an email. This spawned the email I reached out to you guys. So guys, a little behind the scenes. I'm still always thinking about how do we get people leads and deals. It's not just, you know, set it and forget it. So I reached out to Nathan and I was like, hey, there are agents here. We don't even talk about agents. We are always asking something from agents. It's like, what do you have? What type of deals? What do you have? Let me bring this up. It's like, what do you have? What do we need? And we'll go back to Prop AI, but this is important. And it's like, agents, what do you have for us? what listings do you have? What pocket listings, what other opportunities, whatever. But now they're prospecting too. And I forgot about that because we're off market all the time. So I'm putting my agent hat on that I don't have, that it's not real. I don't have a license, but there she has 3 virtual assistants calling lists. I looked at the platform that she shared with me. It was a website that she goes on, like a type of deal sauce, but it was something I've never heard of. She likes it. However, I was insulting it and I was bashing it because it didn't provide the outlook that we all expect these days. So that tells me that agents they don't even know, there's more opportunities out there than they actually realize, is what I'm getting at. I'm even showing like I know we can smother whatever platform she was using with data and we can get them better prospects. So we have AI, for instance. Let's go pull a list with AI technology for agents looking for prospects just like us. But at the end of the day, let them prospect, let them get a listing. Perfect. We're still buying from agents. They still need us as investors in creative finance. We still can collaborate. There doesn't have to be a war between us. So Nadine helped me with that idea of let's get rid of the 3 callers that you have, that you're monitoring, you're managing, making sure they show up. It's giving her gray hairs, I would imagine, and get Prop AI. And we have it now, a script for licensed agents calling homeowners. That's a whole other world that agents don't even know exists.
There's so many applications for this in the real estate world. Just real estate, and we're just trying to make it super easy for you guys to get set up and do your thing and generate leads. I mean, that took me probably like 3 minutes to go through that. And that included trying to find my stupid email and download the file from it. It's really quite easy. It's the easiest part of your day. And then it just warms up some leads for you, and you got to have a system and a process to turn those into deals. Plan for that. I mean, some users, they ask me when it's going to get them a deal, but the thing is, you just have to partner with it. It's an assistant. It's not going to run your life for you. But
appointment settings, is that the word I've been hearing a lot too? Is let them set the appointment for you. Let them, hey, Nathan's going to call you back.
Yes. Yeah. That's what you're going to do. If you're new, you're going to do your whole first job in real estate will be setting someone like a Justin Tuminowski. It'll be finding a lead and handing it up the chain to someone that really knows how to do the rest. And Jen, the AI Jen, is doing the same for you. She's finding the leads. She could do tons and tons of calls all at once and then hand up the best ones up to you. And then you have to go from there and you just learn a couple scripts or call or text and find those deals, those opportunities, find that needle in the haystack, and you're golden.
Dude, so good. All right. You and I are hanging out on Monday.
Monday, bro.
All right. So, anyone in the audience, what do you want to see? I'd love for you guys to show up. Is anyone out there? Do you have a market that you want to see? Is there a strategy you want to see? Now, again, I am green when it comes to Prop AI. I've known about the product. I've seen the product. I don't know all the things about it. So I am on an education journey, just like you guys. I'm probably going to get my 1,500 prospects, so 1,500 calls for free, just like you guys. So that's what I said, like, Nathan, where can people go? I have another link here, but.
Well, why don't we drop that link in the chat? I think, Justin, you have a link, right? Is it on your link tree over there?
Yeah, we'll go on here. Check this out, guys. Go to sign up here, saucemydeals.com/prop. And we want you guys to come to this 2-day. It's a 1 day. We might go 2 days. We might go a week. We might do 3 days. I don't know. Nathan and I are they're letting us go. Is that Peter Hager that just popped in? What up, dog? Good to see you. Hey, Nathan and I they let the chains off us, and we're going to go wild, and we're going to go either 1 day on Monday, collaborate for a few hours. If we have fun, we'll bring the homies in, maybe go find some more deals, bring some closers in, you get a day 2. And I think, Nathan, I want to build a library too of like the calls and closing. And like, let's say Chris Geddes, his team, and Nick and all his homies are closing sellers and buying homes, and they're recording themselves. I want to put those in a library somewhere, and I want to give those people access on Monday. So if they come and hang out with us, they should be able to get those calls, listen in, see how people are doing their opportunities, closing opportunities.
I like that. This is what we should do. You know, on Monday we're gonna come. I think what we're gonna have is when we get there, I'll have a few like direct to seller campaigns that we've run, a few leads, and if we're really on our game, Justin, we should call a few of those people in advance and maybe have some conversations, and we will share all those conversations, all those recordings, the details of it with you guys in a Google Drive, like you said, after the call. So all you have to do is, you know, you'll put your email somewhere and we'll share that link with you. And then on that Monday call, we'll actually call someone back on the phone live and do an agent call. It's a lot of fun. I always have an interesting conversation every time I do it. And that the reason why I can do that live is because I don't have to pre warm up those leads. I do it. I pull the list, I call the people, and then I get someone on the phone within, you know, 15 minutes or something like that. It's because I have the AI tool. And so I can just depend on it and it'll just set me up with a great conversation with an agent. So we're going to do that. It's going to be super fun. I want to talk to you more about multifamily. That's one thing I wanted. You have the Justin's microfamily list on Deal Sauce. I'm really curious about that.
We do.
I really want to call that one and see if we can generate some multifamily leads. And then, you know what we should do, Justin? Just thinking out loud is we'll do a little mini series on getting a multifamily deal.
Okay.
A lot of my users want to do that, Justin, and they don't know how to do it, and I don't know how to do it. So that would be pretty fun. We'll put it all here on YouTube, I think. And,
dude, I'm totally down. And what Nathan's talking about right here, guys, and this, we're giving you AI just so everyone understands. I don't talk about this enough. If there's AI in these quick searches, these are bonuses that we're giving you inside of Deal Sauce. So again, everyone with a basic subscription, saucemydeals.com, you know, /prop, you can come and sign up, but also saucemydeals.com. You can get your 2 free weeks if you want to play around with it before you join the Prop AI family. And what you get in here is when you're searching, we gave you one basic subscription. We're one big basic zip code. So you get one zip code, under the basic subscription, and that is AI technology. Now you could also upgrade and go buy as you do your deals and you do development, you get your skills underway. You can then purchase AI if it's successful for you and go beyond. But what we're doing here is giving you it across the country. We're giving you more AI is what I'm trying to tell you inside the quick searches if you use these. So Justin's microfamily is microfamily properties. That's what I do. I own multifamily. I renovate multifamily. That's what we're doing. So I like earlier, like I said, 10 years plus with a 500 AI score. And I'll show you exactly what that means. So you would pick your market. And let's just say we were going to do, I'm in New Hampshire. So I'm up in the great north here. New Hampshire, perfect. And then what we can do is drop down Justin's microfamily. And then we'll see. It's dogging a little bit for me. And I think that's my system. So my apologies, guys.
Dude, if I found you a microfamily deal, would you buy it for me?
I would 100% be buying it. Yes.
Oh, heck yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Let's go.
100%.
Let's go.
And I always tell everybody, it's like, if you find a creative deal in New Hampshire and it's even a single family in New Hampshire, it's like, most likely I'm buying it.
I love that.
Because they're kind of rare too, because our population is much smaller. Now, like that's 1,000 prospects right there. So again, this is what we're searching, guys. Multifamily, individually owned. I love that mom and pop. 10 years, 500 AI score. What's the AI score? It's wholesale. Wholesale is most likely to sell at a discount within in the first 90 days or the next 90 days. So within 90 days, we're predicting the higher the score, the better the prediction rating. And what you get is this. So a minimum right now, we're getting 5s, 7s. I can aggregate this a little bit better for you guys to see. Give it a second. And I'm writing down right now, Nathan, what we're going to be looking at. I got a Providence shout out. I got a Boston shout out.
Oh yeah. In the
very
chat
rare.
here. Oh, you know, Rowdy Tomcat, we do a lot of pad split. A lot of people are doing pad split on there. It's really nice. You know, when you're on with an agent, it's nice to have things to talk about. I was saying this earlier. What is the thing that you get the conversation going? I'm a fix and flipper looking for investment properties. They've heard that before. But when you ask them, do you know what pad split is? Have you heard of code living? They're like, no, what is that? You can describe it to them. It loosens them up. Suddenly they're talking to you. Suddenly they're answering more questions about the seller. But anyways, I love to use that as my kind of warm up question. Hey, have you heard of co-living? And so this is what it is. Do you have any leads? It's a great one. It's new and they exist. And then the other thing about those is you can buy properties. You can buy more properties. There doesn't have to be quite as much seller pain for a pad split, as long as the property doesn't have an HOA and it's nearby like transit or a school or something like that. A lot more properties fit into that buy box.
And I have a couple little tricks that I know you don't know, Nathan, inside of Deal Sauce, where like people can get their extra research done.
No, they can't.
We have a little AI technology in here.
Oh, dude.
Judging schools, fire, wind, public transportation. We have a grading system.
I use Deal Sauce every week, but I'm sleeping on Deal Sauce.
There's a lot of things.
There's so much more to it.
Too much, and sometimes it's too much, and it just comes with
Bro, I don't know about that. It's like onion layers. You just keep peeling it back. You can use it like really simple, like I do, like 2 minutes in, out. I'm like boom, boom, boom. I mean, it's not that I don't want to spend time demoing your technology, because I do, but like at the same time, I'm in a hurry. I'm like, you could do this fast, guys. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So it's fun.
All right. You know what? Little foreplay next time. We're going to go hang around Deal Sauce, play. We won't.
You're going to show me some of these deeper onion layers that we can peel back.
But bro, what I was trying to show people too. So this is Justin's micro family. I just aggregated the data as the wholesale scores. So I put the top of the heap of wholesale. Again, everyone, for those who are not paying attention, those who are brand new, thank you, welcome. And it's 20% below plus listing price within 90 days. Now, it's not listing. It doesn't mean it's on market. It's really just what we're estimating the value of the home to be. And we're estimating that they're most likely going to sell at a discount. And usually the discount is 20+% off, right? So it's just, think about a wholesale. And I went individual owner. So you're going to see Stuart Sinclair. It sounds very prestigious. Julie, Frazier, Sean, Susan, all these are all multifamily owners. Oh, I went into one of them. I mean, guys, it gets even deeper. We have target buyers of the whole thing here. So without going too far, we can pull this list anywhere in the country. All right. Get the same thing going. If someone's a small multifamily investor, and yeah, Nathan, we could do that on Monday.
You know what we got to do too is this time when we call people back, we'll show the Deal Sauce screen and kind of, you can research the property and the loans and all that while I'm on the. We can really go. It'll be good.
Love that. And so we're going to do some markets. I wrote down a couple markets that I saw in the side chat. And yeah, dude, I'm super excited. And you and I have some work to do though, because we want to make sure that we give everyone, their time and value back.
Oh, bro, they're going to get their time and value back. Let me tell you what, it's going to be good. And I think we're probably going to end up setting up a series while we're on the call there. So we don't know what the series is going to be about, because I just made that up right now on this call, but I'm calling it, Justin, you and I are going to do a series together. And my hope is that at the end of that series, we'll be buying a property somewhere. So what do you think? You want to do that with me?
Dude, all day. Don't twist my arm. I actually want to do something in Arizona. And
you do?
The thing would be is I've been trying to get something in Arizona, and I anticipate going there almost monthly. So as this takes off, I also, maybe I have a place to go.
There are some smaller markets too in Arizona that we could try. I mean, we could do, Phoenix is huge. We could do whatever we want. So let's go, bro. I like that.
And bro, I think someone was asking me earlier, I was just looking for the question. I'm sorry to interrupt you. How do I find people that need money for fix and flips? Was a question. I can answer that if you wanted to hang out or if you wanted to dip, but I'm just making sure I read that question.
Well, I want to know the answer. What's the answer?
All right. So they're looking people who need money. All right. So what I would do is go right to the fix and flippers themselves and ask them. That is inside of here. So this is an upgrade. This is not part of the basic subscription. However, this is another component that I would love Prop AI to dive into. And now they might already be doing it. We're not talking about it right now, but like, guys, if it requires a conversation, Nathan can do it.
Actually, dude, people have been asking about this, and I did not know that this deal sauce list existed.
Bro.
I'm learning here on the call, bro.
All right, let's go through it then.
We'll make a script for that.
All right,
Let's
so
do it, bro.
I type in Mesa because it's just easy to type in, and it's right here.
It's very,
So
very short city.
yeah, all right.
Bro, I can see my house from here.
All right, exactly. So we're gonna go. Here's inside of that this area here. It's another designation. So if you don't have it, it is not included in the basic subscription. I call this the Silver Platter service, everybody. So please understand this is an upgrade. We are working actually, some of my Gators out there, I know you guys are getting in this. If you join the Gator program, that community, I think you're getting like 3 months free or something. Don't quote me. I'm not involved in any of that billing.
No, I think you're right, dude. I think you're right. They're working on that.
I know we're working on getting people, an a la carte, right? I have a tough time saying that, but what I'm getting at is some people don't.
What, you don't speak French, dude? I mean, come on.
I'm trying, a little bit of Spanish, French.
My nasal passage doesn't work well enough to speak French. Just I don't know how they do that.
I don't know.
Right. Tell us about the fix and flipper list.
But guys, note holders too. So those are people with notes. Those are seller finance opportunities. Those are folks that also, anyone in this realm deals with money, properties, investing. So one conversation can go 4 different directions or 5. You can go 4D. And that's what I always recommend people doing. Going 4D. Don't just go surface level with anything. Even when you're calling Karen, who's an agent, you're having a conversation when Nathan was like, do you have any other properties? And it opened a door for another property that's a divorced, free and clear house. Just by Nathan's prop AI, Jen called Karen, the agent. Jen gave Nathan the notes. Nathan called Karen. Karen said, yes, I have this property. Oh, I have another one too. After the question was, it's like, that's how it works. So let's say you're calling fix and flippers. This guy might not need money, but he may actually have lenders and or someone else that does need money. So make sure you're expanding on it. All right. I'll stop yelling at everybody, but Mesa, Arizona, fix and flippers. Now I'm going to filter this a little bit better because you can see Nathan, it says open door. That's like, these are the big dogs, Zillow. I got to get rid of them. We're not calling them, asking them if they need money.
You can do that?
We want to get rid of we want their money, not the other way around. So I'm going to go flipped properties, and I'm going to go a minimal of 2 properties up to let's just do 10. And within the last...
Bro, are you joking me?
3 years.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. And I can get the private money lenders too. So I can go, and we have 230 something.
These have phone numbers on them?
That we don't have at the moment, but you can skip trace this.
You can skip trace it and get the phone numbers.
And get the phone numbers.
What else is there? These are the addresses.
So this is actually the company. So Andrew, the home buyer, bro, is he not a wholesaler?
I'm pretty sure Andrew's a home buyer. I'm using my detective cap here, but I think he's probably a home buyer.
Funny suspicion about Andrew. Something about that gentleman.
If he's not a home buyer, bro, he's probably a drug dealer.
You call him up. Yeah, you call him up and he's like, bro, I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
I'm a CPA.
That's for the IRS.
Well, yeah, it could be the cartel. Good point. But listen, dude, look at this. His total profit on deals, but his average purchase price is 300 grand. So if you have assets or you're looking to lend, just understand that profile of him. We're giving you some references for you to have a conversation. It's like, okay, let's look at someone else though, Nathan. Let's go look for someone who buys, look at this one. He does like mobile homes. He's in the $100,000 ballpark. He's 3 times less than Andrew. But let's go find someone who does like $800,000 purchases. I know there's someone in 700 grand. Their average asset is 700,000.
Dude.
Phoenician.
So cool. That's so cool.
Like, bro.
And this is all in Phoenix.
Yeah, I just did Mesa. So it's that area.
And if you clicked on that, what does it show you?
So then we can go into their profile. So let's go to Andrew. Let's go creep on him. So look at this. His portfolio size is about 58.
Oh no.
So that probably shows he either still owns those. I mean, he may have sold some off, right? And his average purchase price out of those is 300,000. His $21,000 is the value of his portfolio. His flip profit, it's showing negative. Listen, we never know, right? But we see gross numbers, and
it is the cartel. This guy's definitely the cartel.
It probably is.
Just kidding.
And then it's so funny though. And then you look at this and you go, we can go bring up some of these properties. Now we're going to bring up his own little like screen. So give it a second. My thing's running slow, guys. So be patient. And I appreciate Nathan going over time, guys, where he's given us his value today. So please, please, please give him some love. Nathan, where can people go? Like, do you want anyone hitting you up?
No, dude,
No.
I'm an introvert, bro. I gotta
right.
go write code. But no, you can hit me up, guys. I'm just kidding.
Go over to
Nathan
Prop
at prop.ai. You could hit me.
I love it.
I might not answer.
Can we accurately skip trace LLC owners as well? Yeah, like bro, Rowdy Tomcat, love you so much, dude. Good question. We pulled the list with Pace Morby. Pace is like, Tuminowski, go pull a list of 16,000. We did a couple of them. I did one. He did a couple. Saravi did one. 16,000 across the country of fix and flippers. And bro, we got back like, it was LLCs too. So those are harder to get. It was like 14 or 15. No, I did like 18,000 and we got 16 out of it. So like, dude, I dropped off like 2,000. I expected pull a list of 10,000, get 4,000. No, we got a lot of results back. Now, I always tell everybody, I'll get off the soapbox in a second, but the objective of an LLC is to kind of remain, if you're doing it right, remain anonymous and not have your information out there, not people contacting you. So you can protect yourself. That's limited liability, right? But yes, we can skip trace. So, and if you can't get it, you go and do the one-off research. You're calling individuals, you should be able to research them. And we can show you that. But to go back to Andrew, the home buyer, I almost called it Nathan, the home buyer. This is stuff that he's done. And these are all assets and deals that he's probably flipped. Look at Andrew, the home buyer. He's still the owner of this one. And it just shows you right there. Boom. Andrew, the home buyer.
So that's probably why his profit's negative, is because he's got some doors that he didn't sell.
Yeah. And they look like bad investments, but he's cash flowing or doing whatever. Or they could be creative finance deals and they're just showing skewed numbers. But like the homie still owns stuff.
But like, like these guys would be cool to just talk to and ask them questions and be like, do you have any opportunities that you got that someone brought you, but you didn't, you weren't ready to buy them at that time? Or like, are you buying right now? Or that would be a really fun and interesting conversation to have.
Mm-hmm. Bro. And then, so someone's asking, they asked the question, how do I find the home buyers? So that's the way to do it. I would suggest Pace Morby gave away a list across the country. You guys should go find that list. It was about 2 months ago. I bet you, Shelly, do I have that somewhere? We were giving it away too. Guys, I was giving a list away as well for like 15,000 of them, 12,000, something like that. So I bet you there's a way we can get that. Go on my bio and my Instagram and Linktree, and I don't know, send me a message. Maybe Shelly can hook you guys up.
Hey, Justin.
And yo,
I'm sorry to interrupt you, bro, but I do think I got to jump here.
Yep.
But thanks for letting me on the show, bro. This is fun.
Yeah, bro, I'm so grateful for you. I'm glad you are. It's finally I get to talk to somebody who's like can do some deals with me, and we can do some stuff with Deal Sauce, right?
Let's go.
All right, so guys. All right, Nathan, we're gonna go Monday, 3
you guys
to
Monday
5 p.m.
3 to 5 PST. Be there. It's gonna be fun.
Yep. Go give some love to Nathan. Go get Prop AI, get 1,500, phone calls, and then get Deal Sauce simultaneously for free, or if you already have it, but either way, go get Prop AI. Let's go get some deals. Let's go do some deals together. Go freaking conquer the world.
Take over the world, guys.
Let's do it.
And then if you do get a deal, let me know about it, because I love to hear.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to sign off too. Nathan, stick around if you can't for 2 seconds. But guys, I appreciate you so much. Any videos, anything you need, please go to my YouTube channel. That's where we're housing a lot of the help videos. This video is going to be in the archives as well, and there's more like it. So go check out the YouTube for more Deal Sauce related content. If you guys want to get Deal Sauce only, saucemydeals.com, go there to get it. I suggest you show up on Monday though and get Prop AI. Why not? So without further ado, let's give some respect. Let's give some love to Nathan. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate everyone in their comments and just helping us out and get through this. And like, this is the way to do it. Let's do it as a community.
See you guys on Monday.
See you guys.